into our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
A look at the West All-Stars starting group. They've got Halliburton. Jason Tatum is out there with Red Hot. Then there's Doncic, and it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
Fans, give a big round of applause for your Jets team. Clap it up, everyone. Your Jets team.
First quarter, just over a minute played. And another miss by the East.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
That's good from Wembanyama on the assist by Tatum.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
Now, here is Halliburton. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Over in the corner, Doncic. Lets it go with the three. And it's the East with the rebound.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Halliburton with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. Nice shot by Red Hot.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Now, here's Mitchell. They need this. And he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. And here is Mitchell, following the three from Watkins. Here's Jokic. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the East with some changes. Davis is checked in for Jokic. Kevin Durant comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's John Morant in for Holmgren. The West also making some changes. Scotty Barnes comes in for Tatum. And Anthony Edwards sub in for Doncic. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. They trail by 11. Davis finds KD. Here's Morant. Back to Durant. Good ball movement here by the East. They get a hand on it. And stolen by Wembanyama. And here they come. Here's Halliburton. Again, the West All-Stars.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far. And if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Here's Morant. True on the 14-footer.
Well, let's say the defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
What a response by Mitchell. He takes those 3 points right back.
Here's Watkins. Wembanyama trying to free himself up. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%. The East trail by 13. Morant outside. Embiid against Barnes. Embiid the pass to KD. Clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. The West leading by 13. Over in the corner, Edwards. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, and the shot goes in.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
From the wing, again, the West All-Stars.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And so it's the West All-Stars. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Defensively, they... Welcome back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
Cade Cunningham out there with Damian Lillard. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Banchero in at the 4. So that's who the East All-Stars start the second with.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
Shoots the 3. And count it. 3-pointer good on the shot from Watkins. Red Hot's got 25 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all 3 levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
Here's Watkins. Banchero grabs the board.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Here's Cunningham. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Doncic. The West leading by 18. Here's Booker. And the layup's good off the glass.
I like Doncic's willingness to share the ball. He wants to see other guys involved in producing.
Doncic against Cunningham. Lays it up off the glass. Cunningham's got 4 this quarter.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Nice shot by Red Hot.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Lillard dishes to Giannis. The West grabs the miss. Here's Booker. From down in the low post, it goes. Booker's got his second bucket tonight.
Skillful make inside by Booker. Able to find his spot for the finish.
Timeout called, East All-Stars. One of the stories here, Red Hot getting it done today.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
Sabonis, he's checked in for the East. So it's the West All-Stars in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
On the floor for the West All-Stars, Tatum out there with Wembanyama. Then it's Halliburton. Then there's Red Hot, and it's Doncic in at the 2.
And Antetokounmpo is just fearless. I mean, hit him, knock him around, really doesn't faze him, doesn't matter. I mean, this guy is determined to get the job done, and he does.
Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. The West leading by 21, and a wide open look for Halliburton. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Halliburton's got 5 points so far. Holmgren kicks to Jokic. Passes it to Embiid. Good ball movement here by the East. Holmgren can't nail the jumper. Now the West with the ball. Here's Watkins. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Mitchell looking it over. Goes up the baseline. Chalk up 2 there. 9 points in the game so far.
Oh, nice touch there by Mitchell. Easy to misjudge that mid-range jumper.
Here's Wembanyama. Tatum trying to break free. Wembanyama hits the bucket.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
It's Giannis with the drive. Good on the shot. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter.
There are very few guys that move with the grace that Antetokounmpo does on his drives. He's got an easy, long, ground-eating gait that's very effective.
Tatum passes to Watkins. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And that one drops for him.
It could have been called a foul, but Giannis stayed locked in and focused.
Now the pass to Tatum. And he lays it straight in.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Oh, great pass by Mitchell. He can run your offense, slide over to the 2 as well, giving you some great backcourt versatility.
Pass to Tatum. Embiid with the steal. Holmgren with it. He's got 7. Here's Mitchell. Jokic trying to free himself up. And it's Mitchell missing.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night, hand in your face on every jumper.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Tries from 10, and that one good.
And Embiid has this shot in his bag. He's confident from that area.
Halliburton passes to Watkins. Down low, Tatum, and the dunk by Tatum.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
It's good by Mitchell.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
To the left wing. Wembanyama hits the bucket. Wembanyama has got 6 in the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. And the dunk by Embiid.
And that's unselfishness right there. Full display. Giannis wanting to get it to open teammates.
Pass to Tatum. Over to the left wing. Puts up a three, and he hits the triple. 3 points there on the shot from Watkins. Red Hot's got 34 points. Now the East All-Stars with it. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Holmgren finds Embiid. For three, Mitchell. The West grabs the miss.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Watkins passes to Wembanyama. There's Red Hot. That will count. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And so it's the West All-Stars, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a two guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And we welcome you back. The biggest stars of the league are putting on a show here at the All-Star Game.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
Damian Lillard out there with Cade Cunningham. Then it's Paolo Banchero. Then it's Sabonis. And it's KD in at the three. That's the five out there for the East All-Stars. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the East.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. And it seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Clark, I'm not sure there's been another era in the NBA with so many fantastic passers at every position.
Yeah, you know, I think it's a function of what we saw going back into the 80s with Bird and Magic and how they shared the ball and were such great passers. Then you had another group of outstanding playmakers at the point guard spot and on the wings. So now centers at this particular stage in the game's evolution are playmakers, excellent passers, and are players that teams can run their offense through. So I think it's just been kind of a natural evolution because of the skill level of all players when it comes to passing.
Cunningham kicks to Banchero.
Too good. Paolo Banchero.
Here's Max.
And with the dime, Cade Cunningham.
Here's Red Hot. Right side Towns.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
That's a three. Damian Lillard.
Now here's Maxey.
From that in-between page, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Cunningham looking it over. Cunningham's gone 4-7 in field goal attempts tonight. 57%.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
East All-Stars on offense. Cunningham on the wing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And here are the East All-Stars now. To the middle. He's looking for Sabonis and finds him.
Sabonis.
Here's Red Hot. Pass to Wembanyama.
Victor Wembanyama. Assist.
Wembanyama has gotten 6 of his 11 attempts to go in so far from the field, shooting almost 55%.
For 2. Kevin Durant.
And here's Maxey. And there's the pass to Wembanyama.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Cunningham kicks to Sabonis. Pass to Banchero. Now Cunningham. Greg, a lot more awareness in the league about the importance of mental health. Why is that so necessary?
I mean, Kevin, the level of stress now has really grown. These players are under this huge microscope that now often extends to their families. And this is such a highly competitive environment. It is far more than just a game.
To the inside.
Slam dunk. Domantas Sabonis. Sweet dime from Kevin Durant.
Here's Red Hot. Now Lillard. Cunningham inside. Guarded by Watkins.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg,